everyone, it's Kim. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. So today we're going to do another cook with me, and this is going to be a breakfast, prep ahead breakfast. And the official recipe, I've got it off to the side here, is the apple banana quinoa breakfast cups. I knew I wasn't going to remember that in its entirety. So the recipe today comes from Pumps and Iron. I think that's exactly what it is. I'll link that below. And it is a yummy, yummy breakfast. One of the girls that I work with, Sonia, brought it in for me to try, and it was absolutely delicious. So super excited to get this filmed for you today so that you can make this in your own kitchens. So with that said, I'm going to turn you right around. We're going to jump right into this recipe, and let's go. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is make our quinoa. And I have 3/4 cup of water in our pan, so I'm just going to go ahead. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is make our quinoa so that we have this ready to go for our breakfast cups. And what I have in the pot is I have 3/4 cup of water. Once that comes to a boil, we're going to dump in a 1/2 cup of our tricolor quinoa. You can basically use any type of quinoa that you have. This just happens to be the one that I have in my cabinet. The one that I have is from Trader Joe's. So again, any quinoa will work. Use what you have. I need to like I'm talking to myself right now. Kim, use what you have before you buy something else. So 3/4 cup of water, 1/2 cup of quinoa. Once the water comes to a boil, we'll come back and talk about the next steps. Okay, so our water is boiling. I'm gonna go ahead and dump our quinoa in. Now I did go ahead and rinse my quinoa first. So we're just gonna pop that right into our pan. Give that a quick stir. And we're going to go ahead and cook this for about 12 minutes. This seems to be like it's going to be the hardest part. So now what we're going to do is we're going to reduce this down to a simmer. And just let that go ahead and cook for 12 minutes. It doesn't say whether I should put a lid on or not. Let me see if the directions on here says anything. Yes, the directions say, I was trying to go off the directions on the recipe, but the directions on the package says that I should cover this and then just cook it. So we're going to go ahead and let that cook for, again, 12 minutes. Alexa, set timer, 12 minutes.
12 minutes, starting now.
Okay, I'll come back when this is done. Okay, while our quinoa is cooking, we're going to go ahead and mix up some ingredients here. So we have 2.5 cups of old-fashioned oats, and those look like, let's see if I can get this in the thing here. So 2.5 cups of old-fashioned oats in the bowl. We're going to go ahead and add in 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and I just have this ground cinnamon here from Costco. So 1 teaspoon ground cinnamon. So that gives us our dry ingredients. Now we're going to start prepping our wet ingredients. So we're going to need 1 banana for slicing, and then 3 bananas that we're going to go ahead and mash. I'm just going to be tossing, hopefully I don't get that on film. I'm just going to toss the bananas into my sink, the banana peels. So I'm going to go ahead and mash up 3 bananas, as we need approximately 1 cup of mashed bananas. I always find that if I break them apart, it just seems to mash easier. Let me know if you in the comments if you have a different method for that. This is just the easiest way that I found. All right, so we're going to go ahead and mash these. And I'm trying to find recipes that I can use my leftover bananas for, because I don't know about you, but I have great intentions with having a banana every day, and then something happens and I don't eat my bananas every day, and then at the end of the week I have leftover bananas. So I'm trying to find just different ways to use them, and this is one, this recipe will work out really well. So, all right, almost got those done. All right, that looks good. Hopefully, yep, you can see that. All right, so the next thing we're gonna add to this is we're gonna add in a 1/2 cup of applesauce. We're just gonna stir that in. Looks like we got about 3.5 minutes left on our timer. So at this time, I'm going to take the opportunity to go ahead and preheat my oven to 375 degrees. So that that oven's ready when we're ready. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add in almond milk, honey, and for instead of honey, I'm substituting my sugar-free pancake syrup because I think that that's going to cut the points way down on this recipe. And then our vanilla. So we've got the applesauce, we've got the mashed bananas. We need a 1/2 cup of almond milk. So I am just using this brand here by, again, Costco. I buy this in the, it's like a, I want to say it's a case. There's like 10 or 12 of these in there, but it just makes it easier for me so that I don't have to really think about, you know, whether or not I have that on hand. It doesn't need to be refrigerated until you actually open it, which makes it awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add in a 1/2 cup of the almond milk. And you always want to give this a shake. I mean, I don't know if it's necessary, but definitely give that a shake because it looks better. I don't know, when I don't shake it, it looks like it's kind of watery, like it's not mixed up or anything. So just go ahead and give that a shake. All right, so in here I have applesauce, banana, almond milk. I need to put in a 1/4 cup of our pancake syrup and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So let's get those in the bowl next. 1/4 cup. And again, the original recipe calls for honey, but I don't know, honey is so high in points. I don't think that this flavor is going to, you know, I don't think it's really going to matter if I use this as far as changing up the flavor at all. All right, and then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. All right, so we have that in there. I'm gonna go check on my quinoa, so hang tight. Still says we have 1 minute left, but I'm gonna check it anyway. All right, it's a good thing I checked it because I think it's done. All right, so I'm gonna set this off to the side here and start mixing up our ingredients, and then we'll add that in last. All right, so it says, oh, next we need to peel, core, and chop up an apple. I'll do that off camera. And then we'll come back and we'll mix all this in together. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna go ahead and mix our wet ingredients into our dry ingredients. I think so far this has been pretty darn simple. Okay, that looks pretty good. All right, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add in that quinoa. And this is what that looks like here. Just gonna add that right into our mixture. And the cool thing about that is I think these, I mean, I'm gonna double check my points, but I think the last time I checked, I think these are 0 SmartPoints on the purple plan. So how can you go wrong with another yummy filling? I mean, these are going to be super filling because of the quinoa, and they're going to be, the quinoa has protein in it. So I think these are going to, I mean, I think they're going to be 0. All right. I think that's good. We're going to add our apple in now. And I just gave those a rough chop because I wanted a couple of pieces of apple in each of the muffins. These smell amazing. That pancake syrup, that smell is just coming through. I think that's going to really be a nice addition. All right, we're in the home stretch now, so the next thing we need to do is spray our muffin cups. We're going to distribute our batter into the muffin cups. We're going to make, this recipe does make 12, so that's going to be awesome. And then that last banana is going to be sliced and put on top of each of these. I think I'm going to grab just a measuring cup. Maybe that'll make it easier to spoon these in. We'll see how that goes. All right, I'm just going to do the first one, and then I will jump off camera, come back in. Okay, this is a 1/4 cup measuring cup. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this. I swear it looks like it's going to make a lot more than 12. I might have to grab another muffin tin out. All right, so I'll finish this up and I'll come back. All right, bonus for me. Looks like this recipe made 18 muffins. So I'm just gonna go ahead and slice the bananas. Just put a couple of these on top of each. And then I will throw these in the oven, again, 375 degrees, and it's gonna bake for about 20 to 25 minutes. We'll check it about halfway through and I'll show you a picture of them in the oven. So with that said, I'm just gonna go ahead and, my banana's kind of big, so some of them are just gonna get one. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish topping these and then get these babies into the oven. Are you guys getting excited? I'm super excited. Like I said, I've had these before. When I had them, they were made with honey, so I'm kind of excited to check out how these are going to be with the pancake syrup, you know, the substitution. But again, if you can keep these, you know, super low in points and still use healthy ingredients as you're going along, you cannot go wrong there. I mean, I love muffins, and this is what they kind of remind me of, is a nice good muffin. And I don't know about you, but sometimes they have muffins in the office at work, and I try not to partake in them because, you know, a typical muffin can have anywhere between, I don't know, 10 and 18 points depending on the size of the muffin. I mean, or even more. So super excited. Let me get these in the oven and then I'll come back. Okay, I almost forgot to check. We're at about 19 minutes, so we're gonna pop in here and look. Steamed up the phone and the glasses. All right, so those are looking pretty good. I'm gonna say we're gonna wait though. We're gonna do probably about 23 minutes. The top ones look a little better, so I'm gonna rotate my pans here, and then we're gonna go for about another 4 or 5 minutes, and then come back and pull those out. Okay, our breakfast cups are done, and they smell absolutely delicious. So I'm gonna go ahead and let these cool, and then I will package them up so I can take them for breakfast this week, or, you know, maybe for a snack. I think I'm just gonna have my overnight oats for breakfast, and then I'll have these as a backup snack. So again, super excited to have made these. And I've already tried them before, so I know they're good. So there's no reason for me to try these on camera. But again, make these. They're gonna be so super delicious. All right, so I'll leave a link below of the original recipe so that you can make this recipe for yourself. And with that said, signing off, have a great day, and we'll see you next time.